What's the deal? It's your girl Donna Live in Effect. Happy New Year's. It's been a minute since I talked to you. I hope everybody doing great. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to all those that did not make it this year. Rest in peace to my cousin Derek. He passed away on New Year's Eve. So rest in peace to you, my man. We love you. Rest in power, bro. I love you. It's not the same without you. You feel me? But I got on this podcast today. First of all, thank you for tuning in to my new podcast. Do you want to talk about it or not? So this is where we'll be talking about all kind of different stuff, you know what I'm saying? So please like, share, comment, good, bad, ugly. I don't really give a fuck, you know? But today's topic is about relationships and marriage. Because, you know, it's the same thing, but it's also kind of different. I think that in a marriage, you know what I'm saying, it takes teamwork. It takes work. It takes communication. It takes patience. And it's the same about relationships, but in marriage, in a relationship, you could just say, you know, it's over, I want to deal with you, we're done. But in marriage, it's like you gotta try to work it out, right? If you want the marriage to work, if you got married to be married to this person for decades and decades, then you work it out. You don't just quit, right? Coming from a person that's been married, this is my third time, okay? I have no shame of that. I feel like I've learned things, what to do and what not to do in every different situation. Me and my wife, we go way back. We just fell in love, and we said we're gonna take that next step and get married and raise a family together. And so third time's a charm, you know what I'm saying? But it's like this. People tend to think that people are perfect, and nobody's perfect. Nothing's perfect at all, right? So you gotta like put the work in. And you have to adjust to certain things, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning, excuse the attire, by the way. I'm just really chilling. It's cold outside. My hair needs to be twisted. I got all kinds of stuff going on. But anyway, I think people need to put the work in and just try. You have to try to understand who you're dealing with and have patience with them. Because even if you let your spouse know there's something that you want them to change about themselves, how does that really go? Do you tell them, like, I want you to change something about yourself, or say, oh, I do not like this, right? So even if they have intentions on changing that specific thing about them, it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight, right? So I think that people just have to understand that letting people be who they are is probably the best thing than trying to change them. And I know that from, like, firsthand. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things I don't like, and I voice my opinion about it, and it's like, but this is who she is. Like, if she doesn't seem like that's a bad trait of her life, then why? Either you're going to accept her for who she is or you're not, right? And we all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different walks of life, different journeys, different traumas, all kind of different stuff. So my advice to you guys is, and of course I'm not no marriage counselor, but my advice to you guys is to just have patience, you know what I'm saying? And fight for it. Continue to fight for it. Because it's just not easy. But people want it to be so easy and so perfect. And that's not the case. I even been accused of, like, you just want everything to be perfect. And I'm not saying, like, with my current wife. I'm just saying in general, in relationships and whatever. You want to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I'm not perfect at all, right? I just know how I like things. That could sound kind of controlling. But I know how I like things. But in the same breath, I also know that just because I iron my clothes this way doesn't mean this person gonna iron their clothes the same way. You feel what I'm saying? So you just have to be acceptable of who you're dealing with and love them for who they are, their flaws and all. If you want to stay married to them, or if you want to stay in a relationship with them, you got to just let them be who they are. You know what I'm saying? There's things in my relationship where me and my wife do not see eye to eye on the same thing. But we do iron it out and get to a point to where a common medium, like, okay, you know what? Well, this is what it is. This is what it is. This is what it is. This is what we're going to do. What's the solution to these issues that we bring to the table, right? And then it works out for us. So my advice to you guys who's tuning in, you know what I'm saying, try to just, meet them halfway. Literally meet them halfway. Because we always say 50-50. I'm not 50-50 with my wife. I'm not 50-50 at all with my wife. I'm 100 and 100. We're going to meet in the middle. We're going to be 200. We ain't doing nothing else under 200. You understand? We're going to go above, never below. You understand? So I think that you guys who are watching this video or want to watch a video, just try to meet them halfway. Try to get them to understand you try to understand what kind of person you're dealing with. How can we change this if it's not working for us? But don't quit. Never be a quitter. Keep fighting to the death. You feel me? Death do us part for me. I'm not going nowhere. She not going nowhere. We fight for whatever the case may be. I'm not saying we have problems, but in the same breath, there is things that we don't always agree on. So just take note that you're not always going to be agreeing to what your spouse say, but nobody needs to be the controlling one. Nobody needs to be the victim one. Y'all need to come together, talk about it, iron it out, and see where you guys land. But anyway, I'm not going to keep you guys long. I just want to thank y'all for tuning in with me on my podcast. We want to talk about it or not. And this is where we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff. Celebrity stuff, family stuff, life stuff, wife stuff, husband stuff. I ain't never had no husband, never will have a husband. But you know what I'm saying. We're going to talk about relationships and everything right here. Music, everything. This is a all around the world talk about it or not podcast. So I thank you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, good, bad, ugly. I don't really give a fuck. But thank y'all for tuning in. Happy New Year's. It's your girl, Dada Do, live in effect. Let's go.